So let's look at the economy which grew around slavery and exploitation of Africa. The American public has the right to know certain things if they request. Actually, I use this term myself. When I was doing a paper for someone, they didn't have all the information. We have to use this Freedom of Information Act to request for information from the immigration to be sent. So we'll make sure the information that we have is correct. So I know about this firsthand. So the Freedom of Information Act is the United States federal freedom of information that allow full or partial disclosure of previously unreleased or uncirculated information and document controlled by U.S. government upon request. Like I said, I have done this before and it came in the mail. It was fast. It was unbelievably fast. So this act defines an agency record subject to disclosure. It outlines mandatory disclosure procedures and also includes 9 exemptions that define categories of information that are not subject to disclosure. So bottom line, not all of them, not everything is, I don't know how to stop this, people. Hold on, let me turn this app off for my thing. Okay. Anyhow, so not everything is open for disclosure. Yeah, there are some things. This act also was intended to make U.S. agency function more transparently so that American people could more easily identify problems in the government functioning and put pressure on Congress, agency officials, as well as the president to address them. It also has been changed repeatedly by the legislative and executive branch. It's known for being invoked by the news organization for reporting purposes, though such uses make up only 10% of all the requests. But this does not include information that affects their national security, of course, unless if that one is leaked. Every now and then we hear that it's leaked. They do not owe you, the slave, the slave in an open air prison called Nigeria. They do not owe you any obligation to release any information to you. They don't, especially when they say it's about their security. So the weight of Britain, America, is built on exploitation of Black people. I'm going to find a video that said this guy, I'm not really sure what was his background, but he talks about how when the British crown was about to lose all their colonies, they went and recruited Americans and said that's how American became on top and say, hey, come and help us to hold this criminal, these things that we stole all over. Please help us. And then we become partners. You decide how many you're going to take instead of us to lose it. The man did a very good job of explaining it. I said, okay, this is where this marriage of the Britain and the US came up.
Yeah, they always do that. That's what they did in case of Biafra genocide. When Britain found out that the Biafrans are more formidable than they thought, they had to go and recruit the rest of their brothers and then give them all the share. That's why I see all these oil companies, RG, this one from Shell, this one from America, this one from France, this one from the Soviet Union, this one. That's how they brought them in. So this part.
Come and help us. Yeah, come and help us to steal these things. So you get your own cut.
Exactly.
That's your own cut. Yes. So racism is the main concept in American political and economic and social structure. This is according to our brother, Dr. Uma. This man is loaded with so much information. If you do have time, follow him on YouTube and his social media, Ufatunde Uma. People are afraid of him. They say he's controversial because he tells them the truth. Because, every time you tell the truth, they start labeling you. Unless if you're twerking and hanging and embarrassing Black women. Facebook will allow everybody to follow you on YouTube. But once you're telling Black people, wake up, you're being exploited, they will say, you pull like
they will flag your show, just like they're flagging this show now. Please share again. If you share again, because they're flagging the show. They always do that.
They always do that. But they will find that. They will find that we're from Undibo.
Yep.
What we are doing is offline. They will find that. They will learn the hard way.
They will learn the hard way. It doesn't end on this social media. That's where we see information.
Yep. So they created wealth for themselves, like I mentioned before, through Black oppression and Black failure. They caused them, Black people were doing so well here. They caused them to leave all their businesses in the name of integration, only for you to get there. And they've been meeting. Nobody ready. This is still ongoing. Nobody talks to you. They look at you with foreign eye. You will see people receiving favor when you're doing all the work. They created poor health for Black people. Like we mentioned, poor foods and medical care. They don't even have medical care. What they have is sick care. They also create the criminal justice system that largely proportionately affecting Black, especially Black men, locking them all up as if we're still in Jim Crow time. So if the economy grew around slavery, war crisis, and exploitation of Black people, now how do you expect them to willingly release vital information that will help end your oppression to you? Well, except you somehow convince them that it will also benefit them or help to promote their national security. Because these people that we know of, they are not, they don't believe in, hey, yeah, emotional, God, oh, no, oh, please, oh, no. They may work with you if you have facts and it will benefit them. I'll allow my sister to continue.
Yes, they deal with facts. Facts, and what will benefit them. They don't play emotional games. So that's what we want to, we're here to break it down for our people, for you to understand who you're dealing with. The white man deals with facts and figures. He does not believe in empty hope, nor on emotions. Like my sister said, Black people are now hope addicts. That's what because sometimes people say, when they have Christianity here, they brought it here. They brought some part of it to you, not God. They strategically brought it. Why they brought it is not because they want to introduce God to you. It is part of their strategy to conquer you.
Ruling tools.
Yes. So that's why they brought it. And that's why when people are saying, they brought it, that's not. So you know the purpose. Why did they bring it? Why did Rome bring Roman Catholic Church? Why did England? Why did all the countries? That's why each of these church, they have their own kingdoms. It's a kingdom of Roman Catholic Church, answerable to Rome. Kingdom of Anglican Church, answerable to England. Kingdom of Baptist, answerable to America. Kingdom of all the, you people know their names. You can write it in the comment section for us. You know them. So they are there. They are bringing their kingdom to exploit your land. So they take all. They can take all. Just like octopus. The time we told you that these people come like octopus. Eight tentacles. Here is sucking here. Here is sucking here. This is sucking here. This is sucking here. At the end of the day, it is exploitation of Black man. So your own brothers, the picture you're seeing here, see them with their big heads. They became pastors and became bishops and now decided to join the colonialists in milking you as well. So that's why you're crying. They're not hearing what you're saying. You see all of them. There's none that you see there that does not have fat head, fat neck, like obese, because they're swallowing everything while you are drying up like okuroko, like momo, like dry fish, bonga fish. So the Black church and their greedy, selfish leaders made all of us to become stupid hope addicts. Very soon now in January, they will start 100 days prayer and fasting, 40 days prayer and fasting. Yeah, we did it. We prayed, fasted. Not because I was looking for anything though, but we thought that that's part of what to do. So when we put ourselves in it until we now continue to study, because usually anything we get into, we want to find out, get information out, and know where we're going. Thank God. That's why they didn't get us completely. As we were going in the system, we were studying the system, examining, using our brain. We didn't drop our brains at home. We went with our thinking caps. So when you hear your pastor Adeboye telling you, yes, we prayed, that's why $1 is not 10,000 naira. That's why he's still stopping. He's preparing you ahead of what they want to do, so that you will come for prayer conference and continue to do ba 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 ba, like my sister said. So they continue to give our people clever excuses to sit around and do nothing about their situation and their predicament. They taught us to wait for agents of change coming like angels. They're going to come from heaven to change. Say, it is well. Yes, God will help us. Eshanumio, Baba, have mercy, have mercy. But when it's his own, he's not sitting down saying, have mercy, Eshanumio. You will go and do what he wants to do. Collect your money. Like now, January is coming. No, December 1st. They are preparing for different conferences. Shiloh, what all those names they call? All to exploit you. End of year is coming, all of us. Some people, their family members will come all the way from America. They will not go to be with them. They will go to Shiloh to go there and deceive themselves while their house is on fire. All we're saying is we need to turn around. These people, we are not against God, like we always tell you. You could get inspired, have a spiritual experience, and get inspired. Inspiration, like music, like solution to problems. You could get a spiritual experience because we're Africans. We don't want to take that away from us. We knew God before the white man came.
Sister, somebody say, please call out their names of the criminals.
Well, there are many now. See the page we are. Somebody I won't call. All of them. You can be writing the name there. Adeboye, Oyiboye, Ajiboye, Adigoye, Abiyoye, Abigogo. All their names. You are seeing the PowerPoint. Pollination, all of them. You type it there. All of those people with big auditorium. That big auditorium is a mass, like, brainwashing camp. Where you turn into moron that you're not able to think anymore. Chris, Oyokilome, the other Chris, the one that will not marry.
The man that cannot manage your wife and 3 daughters.
Exactly.
Just are there allowing him to pray for you. From where to where?
Yeah, and wed you. And then the other one, daddy. That one self, I don't know whether an agege be. That one, no woman, they stay safe. One, you go. Two, you go. I don't even know whether you even get picking. Like, so much secrecy. And that's what they have transferred to our people so that they can milk you like the colonial monsters and take everything to you. So we're saying that we are not against our people who are that will have spiritual experience, which we keep telling you can have that one in your house. We used to have Obi in where we come from, where we stay and pray, communicate with our Creator. So we are saying that you cannot make decisions based on hope and fictions. Our ancestors do not do that. If not, they will not go and be farming yam. Prepare ahead. Put all the farmlands in place. Then farm. Know that this is the time for farming. This is time for harvest. This is Obaji, where they store the yam. If you tie it meticulously the way they tie it, no insects will go there and eat it till the next time when they will farm yam. How many are we saying? How many are we saying? Our ancestors never built on hope and fiction. They were very realistic people, and they did their things with brain. So whose children are you? Whose children are you? Go back to what your ancestors were doing. Stop allowing these efulefus to fool you around. These are criminals. These are puppets. The colonial monsters puppets. So we are saying, if there's going to be a divine intervention, let the divine intervention meet you while you're walking, while you're making those changes. Not sitting down, waiting for it, doing nothing and acting stupid. No, we must make our decisions based on facts and our realities. What is our reality? You will study it and find out what it is. Then you follow it. So sometime in this show, we told our people that Nigerian Christians have lost their saltiness. Because we read in the Bible where it says, you are the salt of the world. You are the light of the world. We say, okay, where the salt now? It's like your salt don't finish you. As we are saying that one, they went and brought white chalk, after grinding it, poured it inside the salt, the tomorrow morning salt that was remaining. They now added chalk inside it. My people, type for us. Did they increase or decrease the saltiness? Can you imagine? Common sense will tell you that you are making the salt to go down, the quality of the salt to go down. We have told you that Nigeria is still a colony of Britain. Britain is the head antichrist and globalist movement. They imposed this Islamic constitution of 1999 constitution. Islamic constitution on a supposed secular nation. Somebody is helping us to type them. Waloke, Enenche, Elbuba, Urisha Joffo, Woju Oyomede, Mike Okonkwo, Oyedepo, Adeboye. Thank you, Bro Tony. Please, the names are countless. You people know them. So these people, the British, the head antichrist, because these church leaders that do not know how to read their Bible will be there telling you people the antichrist is coming. Antichrist is coming. And meanwhile, antichrist is here. He's already here. These British people that we told you is the head antichrist, head of antichrist, and head of global movement, globalist movement, imposed on the people, on Nigeria, an Islamic constitution, on a nation that is supposed to be secular.
Unbelievable.
We set out to build a secular nation. They imposed an Islamic constitution. 1999 constitution is an Islamic constitution. Go and check it. It's an Islamic. It promotes Islam more than any other thing. That one that you saw them do last few weeks ago, that they wanted to broad the Islam, that one is just moi moi. They imposed it on us, and they did not stop there. They went and brought Sharia and imposed it on 12 contiguous northern states in a place that we said we want to build secular nation. And now they are using Fulani Islamic terrorists to kill off Christians and indigenous ethnic nationalities.
And reporting that is farmers and herders clash with their so-called fake media.
Exactly. They will always lie. So this is globalist Islamic agenda. And America under Trump understands this agenda. The rest have been playing games. But the Republicans, as God will help those that are working on self-determination, they paid attention to understand this. Because everybody go chop breakfast. This thing that is cooking in Nigeria, if it's not stopped, everybody go chop breakfast. Nobody go come. Everybody go hear them. As a result of all this nonsense going on in Nigeria, there are now several agitations for freedom and self-determination. And you people are seeing it by the indigenous peoples. Both those are doing it right and those that are not doing it right. What are they looking for? It's quest to end colonialism and neo-colonialism. In entire Africa, you see what is going on. As people are receiving more information, they are knowing like, okay, this is what is going on. With all this going on, what did the church leaders do?
You mean the criminal leaders?
Yes. Your criminal church leaders that you have been giving your tithe and offering, paying your soul to, working in their slave camp that they call a church. What did they do? What is their response? What is their response to all these things that I just enumerated? Kumui and Edeboye, Deeper Life and Redeem. What did they do? They went and connected with colonial Britain and Arab clerics and Arab world to unite all faith and religion. They call it unification of faith. Call it, they say, global world change.
Ndoshi.
Change Makers International. CMI. You know, here we tell you all the time we are change makers because we tell you they watch us. They flag us and do all that, but they download our video and go and watch because our show is full of information, it's fully packed. We research very well before we come. So they watch us. So when they go, they will bring something that looks like what we're saying to be like, oh, we are doing it. Did not change. Change, like Buhari change. Everybody's looking for change. Okay, we are change makers. We are pops in their head. Can they run? When you hear global world change or change makers international, it is the same thing as globalization and globalist movement by Europe and Arab. What did we say? When you hear change makers international, is the same globalization agenda by Europe and Arab. The globalists use two main religions. We've told you here. They use two main religions to brainwash the people and keep them subjugated, inactive, while they wait for the return. The Christians are waiting for Christ to return. Hey, wait, Christ should come and rapture us. End time. All these things are saying, oh, it's too many. Christ, come and rapture us out of here. Christ, come and rapture us out of here. The same Christ told you, occupy till I come. Sit down, stay and walk. You say, no, take me out of here. I don't want to do anything. Rapture me. If COVID passed, they say, rapture is coming. If influenza come, they say, rapture has come. If measles come, they say, rapture is coming. That's for Christians. That's their own setup. Then for Muslims, they're waiting for Antichrist. There's a name they call the Antichrist that is coming. Those ones is the same brainwashing. You are all slaves in slave camp. So what these people that call themselves church teachers or church leaders or Muslim leaders or Muslim clerics, what they don't understand is that these two things are not necessarily human beings, but they are both two opposing systems. System of light and darkness, system of life and death, system of freedom and bondage, and they're already in operation. They are not coming, they're here already. They have been here for over 2,000 years. And they're in full operation recruiting membership.
And you falling for it.
Yes, and you are falling for it. And unfortunately, your mega church leaders, those noise makers, those those ones that have nothing inside their head, they cannot preach gospel, Christ. They will, because they have nothing. They've not read the Bible. They don't know what is inside it. So they will hear talk up and down, talk these witches and wizards, this one, fire people, all those people. These are noise makers. They have been recruited specifically for this job. And they have been doing it very well. First, they helped the colonial monsters to keep the people shallow-minded and poor. Who wants to fight for stolen resources and wealth when you are distracted, hungry, and poor? You never fight for your things now. You never fight for the resources in your land. Because
and the terrorists that are distracting you looks like the so-called God that you're supposed to meet at some point.
Okay. Because the people's mind have been brainwashed, so it's shallow. They can't think deep. Then the social media influencers will be on there tweaking, bringing out their marriage and their divorces and all their things and all the evil they're doing in their rooms. They bring it for you. They say, have you seen the video? Have you seen the video? What are you doing with the video of evil people? What are you doing with it? If you watch those stupid videos, will they bring rice on your table? Will it bring Gary on your table? Have you seen how your mind is messed up? Distracting you. After they'll bring another one, Big Brother Africa, Sister Africa, all to distract you. It's not to make you know God. It's not anything about God. It has nothing to do with God. And then you'll be hungry, of course, because you're going to be very poor. Is it when you're watching videos and stupid videos and is it that you will work for and make money? No, you won't even. Is it when you're not sleeping, you are up, night vigils, being distracted? Is when you sleep. As you're sleeping, there's a realm of sleep you enter. Ideas and inspiration will come for you to create wealth, but you are not allowed to sleep because you have to be up, doing night vigil and doing stupid prayer, chasing witches and wizards and things that are not chasing you.
My dear, somebody called me a witch. I say, hey, well, if I catch you, if I wish I can get my wings, I will suck all your blood, every one of it. So you will see what a witch looks like.
I do. It's terrible. That's the level they are operating. That's where they kept them. And it's so sad. If when you tell you truth, they say, oh, you witch, you're stopping me. Meanwhile, the witches that are sucking your blood are your church leaders, business and the politicians. They're sucking your blood. What we need, listen, is decolonization of Nigeria and Africa, not unification of Christians and Muslims. What did we say again? Are you hearing us? Share and tag Adeboye Kumuyi, because what will happen to them? You see, that thing that are reading in the Bible, how God destroys people, they will be example. God will use them as an example because they don't know that God is real. And we are telling you, we're not saying that God is not real. We say that the God that is real is the God of our ancestors, our own God. He's real. and he's coming for these people that have been sucking our blood. What we want is decolonization of Nigeria and Africa, not unification of Christians and Muslims. There's a reason why we are all diverse. It's not unification of Igbo and Yoruba, unification of this. No. We are diverse, multiculturally, in our language, in our religion, and it's okay. That's how God created us. We are diverse. It does not stop us from working in harmony if things are put in right perspective and put right. What we need to do is to liberate everybody from colonialism and neocolonialism, not joining us together inside the slave camp. The battle line is drawn. Choose ye this day who you will serve. As for me and my household, we will serve the Lord Yeshua HaMashiach. Go and do whatever you're doing. Your end is coming. Like Hezekiah. Hezekiah used 15 years that was remaining extended for him to destroy his household and his country. You old men, you better repent, because you, by your own hand, you're going to undo all that you did, all the life, or whether 40 years or whatever that you did their ministry. We want our people to understand that what white and Arab globalists and colonialists call politics and diplomacy is funded, maintained, and expanded on the principles of Black oppression.
It's still going on right now in Sudan.
Of course, everywhere is black oppression and exploitation, rooted in the need to oppress, exploit Black people, Africans and Nigerians. Their economy grew around slavery and is still growing around war, crisis in Africa, because they need to export ammunition and firearms. They will go cause war and then export ammunition to you. They are building their economy. It's always how to build their economy. They naturally enjoy war and crisis. That's why you see, from colonialism, from slave trade to colonialism, from colonialism to neocolonialism, now it's terrorism. All the ism, they create it because they're not intelligent. That's the only way they can make money and do something about wealth.
Mm-hmm.
But we enjoy peace. We are different. We are lovers of peace. You see, we love to dance. We love to be happy. You're saying something, my sister?
No, I say we are lovers of humanity.
Exactly, lovers of humanity. But now you see that our survival requires more than just that. So redemption begins with the Black people becoming sufficiently conscious of the situation and taking responsibility of their own future. Be ready to form alliance and work with well-meaning citizens who believe that all men are born equal and human life is sacrosanct. Don't join white, British, Arab, globalist, and colonialist agenda. If whenever they disguise it as world change, you are not their equal. They will just use you and dump you. We have an example that they call Bacon's Rebellion. It was an armed uprising in Virginia colony from 1676 to 1677. It was led by Nathaniel Bacon. You can go and check it out. It says against colonial governor. But it was against themselves, by themselves. But they used Black people. So they have been doing it. They will use Black people, get enough number to undo their own brother. So if you don't know, you'll be joining them. I'm this one, Democrat, I'm Republican. You're just a number they're using. They throw you here and there, and they use you to fight their brother. You have to get brain. You have to be understand, because the enemy is very subtle. Be careful. Pay attention. Like we keep telling you, most NGOs they have is just for them to use and distribute food. They are puppets. Collect money, collect grants, make money, distribute crumbs to the people. That's what they're doing. They're adopting African children, even marrying them. Those that are relocated to UK and relocated to US on economic exile, they are losing their children to foster care system. They are losing their children. The colonialists lack the ability to solve problem. What they do is put
What they do is to create problem and give you an illusion of solution.
Exactly. That's what they do. So, like my sister told us at the beginning of this show about the Greece bronze bull. If you look at the picture, please, the next slide, my dear. If you look at the picture, you see what a human being invented. How you put somebody, this is a torture device. If people that can invent this type of thing, what can they not invent? You put a human being inside here, and then as he's slowly roasting alive, the sound will be turning, and the cow will be sounding, screaming like bull is rolling, but it's the scream of the person that is dying. If people could invent something like this, what else can they not invent? Have you seen what we're telling you people?
What we are dealing with.
This is what the people, this type of mind, this is the mind, the sick mind that we are dealing with. This is why we tell you that the colonialists will eventually be destroyed by their invention, because they are not smart. They do not know that by what they are doing, keeping Africa and black people down, that they are destroying their own selves, destroying humanity. So as more Africans are waking up to revolt against colonialism and neo-colonialism, what happened to the people that invented this bronze bull will happen to the same people that have been promoting tyranny. Thank you. Please leave us a comment.